बंदना हर बंदना बंदना हर बंदना गुण गाओ गोपाल राय गुण गाओ गोपाल राय बंदना हर बंदना बंदना हर बंदना गुण गाओ गोपाल राय गुण गाओ गोपाल राय गुण गाओ गुण गाओ गुण गाओ गुण गाओ गुण गाओ गुण गाओ बंदना हर बंदना बंदना हर बंदना गुण गाओ गोपाल राय गुण गाओ गोपाल राय
तेरी मेर दा बोलना तुदे आगे अरदास गुरु गुरु आहे गुरु गुरु रामदास आद गुरे नमे जुगाद गुरे नमे सत गुरे नमे श्री गुरुदेव नमे वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी। The concept of success here is the dictate of God through the effect of happiness. If a person is not successful here and he is living in dismay, from dismay he can proceed to dismise. That's the... And people who call they are in love, the angel of love is Cupid, and Cupid is not stupid. And how can the stupid can even love? Because when a stupid is in love, it's going to be a mess. Naal yaane dosti kadi na veras. Guru says with a person who's stupid, with that friendship will never ever be flourishing. It will be painful. Murkhe naal na lujjiye. These are the words of the Guru. And murkh means a person, murak, who cannot keep even his face. Psychologically and sociologically in Sikh Dharma, the face of the man is considered to be a Akal Murat, pictorial God. Undying pictorial God, a literary translation. It is just exactly literally means you are a picture of God, Akal Murat. So basically we have two powers in our world. We have power of love and we have power of success. I'm not talking out purposefully that success is what you think success is. Success thing is when inside and outside in your surrounding and in your all social, biological, sociological, in relationship, you recognize that you are successful. Now, we are grown up now and we are sitting in the house of Guru. Naturally the question you'll ask, I don't have a money to live by, I do not pay my rent. You can list about 699 complaints today, right now. Normally everybody lives with 1,000 complaints and one hope. Do you understand that 1,001 situation where it came from? It came from every human by nature lives with 1,000 complaints and one hope. And the beauty of the word is very beautiful, is called Ruth. It is an English word. is a gypsy word. It starts from the word Ra. Ra means sun. Rao, ik rahao. One circle of the sun. You say in Sri Guru Granth Rahao. And you also have heard in Sri Guru Granth word Solok, Sopurk or Solok. Solok means the universe. That universe. So means that. So these are divine affirmations which you will find in Sri Guru Granth. You will find them concrete, positive steps to be in your life. Idealistically, for a Sikh, when he finds the Guru, life has to be understood. Somebody once talked to me and he said, "Oh my God, Yogi ji, you didn't come today." I said, "Where?" He said, "There was a great kirtan." I said, "Yeah, you were there?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Ananda Manya ji, I just have the bliss. Ras aa gaya. Juice came out of." Ras means juice. Orange juice. Santre da ras. I mean, my literally situation was right and very good play. I said, "Yes, you found the juice of the Gurbani and you drank it." He said, "Oh, yes." I said, "But did you digest it? What is the idea of having a juice which goes in and goes out? Have you understood?" We have a conflict of opinion because we have identity and we feel everybody is brainwashing us, influencing us and all that. But now, how Sri Guru Granth can brainwash you? It is just telling you what you want to hear. But question is, do you take yourself in it? Is it in you? Now understand, you always chant Ek Onkar, but just think your car. Forget about Ek Onkar. Let's talk about car. In car, if you change the transmission gear, it is effective. If you put your car in reverse, it goes in reverse, though it may hit the wall and the back may be damaged. But if you put in a forward, it goes forward. What kind of person you are that you cannot change your gears of life? The question is, what is right and what is wrong? Right is what is in Solok. That's right. What is wrong is your identity. If you compare your identity with what is Guru has said in Sopurk, you will understand. Sopurk Niranjan, Har Purkh Niranjan, Har Agam Agam Apara. Sab tyam hai tuji, Har Sache Sirjanhara. Sab ji tumhare ji, tuji. These are the qualities of a human being. These are the divine qualities, misunderstand not. These are the divine qualities of a human being affirmatively designated to God. God has no form. No. Totality of God has a form. Reality of God has no form. God is formless. Nirgun and Surgun. These philosophies are not compensatory or dialogue to just listen and to enjoy. These philosophical approaches, in essence, are to just widen your scope. Give you the totality of Nanak so that you can understand. In Nanak there is no no. And how many times during the day you say no? And how many days you want to say no? And how many days you think of saying no? And you still belong to Nanak? Who said in his own identity, there's no no. But then the question says, if we say yes to everything, where will go? You go nowhere. There's nothing to go. It is only the Maya, the shadow of your ego, that you think you go. You have never gone before. You are not going anywhere. You are here. Ever. You are the perpetual memory of the goodness of the God. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak, Hosi bhi Sach. You are the perpetual truth, perpetual identity, perpetual vibration, perpetual living of that one God. It cannot be twice. It cannot be triple. It is not unilateral. Unilateral is only God. Bilateral is God and His Maya. Trilateral is God and His Maya and acceptance of it. Hukum razain chalana, Nanak likhya na. In the will of God, we have to join our will to be comfortable, to be cozy. Here, we are worried about relationship. My wife is no good. My children are no good. My wife is wonderful. My children are beautiful. But that's it. Everything should be looked microscopically, but somebody should also look somebody telescopically. How the universe is. Micro and macro consciousness you will find in the Sri Guru Granth. First always will come Shabad and then will come Rahao. Gypsy carried the word Rahao. Ra means sun, Ho, that sun. From where the word came out of the language Ruth. Normally you understand English word ruthless. That you understand. Ruth you don't understand. Sun represents not anything but warmth and light. Otherwise, everybody knows the sun is nothing, a bunch of gases burning at a very high frequency temperature and shining and flaming and its radiation and all that. If you really literally want to know, it's a simple matter to understand. But the beauty, the sophisticated of it is very delightfully light, and it is absolutely reaches us to the warmth. Every human who does not have the light around him and warmth in his heart is dead, is dangerously dead. Now, that is not what you take money. That takes the mind. That's the applied mind. That is the applied mind, and that's the concept that in adversity, the reality is one commandment by Sri Guru Granth. It says, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi bhi Sach. Before that, there is only one commandment, Jap. Jap only means repeat the truth. I have yet to see a person who doesn't get tired repeating things. You say to somebody once, he doesn't listen to you. Say it twice, they don't listen. 3 times, they don't listen. 10 times, they don't listen. 100 times, they don't listen. You get tired, you give up. You didn't give up anything. You give up your hope. Other person has nothing to lose. That's your blunder if you think somebody is losing something. No, you are losing your faculty, your personality of hope. That's why those who do japa, they are hopeful. Hope brings you to the nearness of wonderful tomorrow, wonderful success. Hope. Hope is the virtue of the man. It walks on 2 things, courage and compassion. Hope is a virtue of the Sikh. It is ingrained in our genes. Look, our center of world, where we bow, Hari Mandir. temple of God. But at the very gate of it, there is Akal Takht, throne of the infinite. It's the life of a saint and a soldier. The problem is, today, we have a head of a soldier and heart of a saint. Actually, what we need is the head of a saint and heart of a soldier. We are putting our life into a reverse gear. We think by excessiveness and by virtual excessiveness and by virtual penetration, discussion, dialogue. Our dialogue has reached to the point of a drama, and now we have become psychotics. It's all dialogue. There's no difference. That is why Guru has already said, Manmukh, Bemukh, Sanmukh, Gurumukh. But when it came to Sri Guru Gobind Singh, it is a wonderful change which has never happened in years and years. Sri Mukh Vak Padshahi Dasmi. That infinite mouth spoke. And that is not the concept only, it is the reality. Now, if those words are available to us and we do not believe them, at least we should try to understand them. In Sri Guru Granth, last Shabad is Madhavani, churning. And it says, Thal vich tin vastu payo, in this plate, I have put three things. Thal vich tin vastu payo, Sat, Santokh, Vicharo. Sat means truth. Santokh means tolerance, satisfaction. Vicharo means to dialogue it with yourself. Now, if your dialogue doesn't have santokh, contentment, and doesn't have truth, your dialogue will be your enemy. You don't have to hire an enemy. I met somebody in Germany, and security was very tight, and he said, Yogi ji, we can't even come near you, you have such a security. I said, I don't need security. You want to kill me and they don't want me to die. I mean, that's the security. My security is not. It's you guys who create this security problem. What do I need security for? I say, yeah, sometimes we do misunderstand, and, in the past, we did not feel you are with us, and that's why, all that stuff. I said, no, that's not the problem. Problem is that you are non-tolerant of the concept. My concept is the Sikh Dharma is alive and well, and the planet Earth has too little a space for it. And your concept is Sikh Dharma can only survive if you put a boundary around it. I say, I don't mind what you are doing. You should not mind what I am doing. But you think you have a politics. I think I have a dharma. I think reality is that Guru belongs to everybody. I said, don't you say Nanak Shah Fakir? Hindu ka Guru, Muslim ka Pir? Don't you say this? Then how you are going to put Nanak? Is Nanak a genie that you can put it in a bottle and cork it? What are you trying to do? Nanak cannot be confined. Nanak belongs to no. Nanak is the instrument to bring infinity to humanity. Nanak is a light which came in the burning darkness. Ghor, they said the darkness was pitch darkness. And Nanak did nothing wrong. He just questioned the humanity. He asked people. He asked them a very simple, honorable question. Are you here? That's first question which Nanak asked. Are you here? Are you here? Are you there? Are you everywhere? Or are you nowhere? Moving earth asks one question. It has a frequency, it has a harmony, and it has a continuity. And it's extremely accurate and careful. Now, do we have those qualities of the earth? Sun shines and radiates, is stationary, and is always there. Do we have those qualities? Moon is there to reflect, to give us the brightness, to remind us the darkness. It wanes and waxes, and it makes the entire weather go. Do we have? No, we want all constant weather in our life. We want to be never under the weather, we want to be consistent, constant. Are you stabilized in behavior, in etiquette, in manners? Or you feel you can blow it at 11 o'clock and then 12 o'clock you can hug the person who you have bugged at 1 hour earlier? Now, how many of us are absolutely stupid to go on a volcano and build a beautiful house? How many can dare to do that? None. Now, how many can be friends with those who have a volcanic behaviors? In simple English, people who have volcanic behavior are called stupidly moody. And when the mood becomes very long, then you are called neurotic. And when it becomes very long, it becomes psychotic. And that is also in a karma. Karma atarmi na pave. Paye na kitre tha. When in your karma, your actions, your reaction and action become uncontrollable, you have no thought. There's no place for you. Neither in the society, nor in the heavens, and not in the past. Past is so bad. When anybody remembers you, you say, oh, that person, forget it. That person is insane. Why? Because your consistent memory in the life is that you are not consistent. You are not perpetual. So, we want to gather things, but we don't get together. To gather things, we have to get together. And to gather our things, we have to get together to get our seen. And the best friendship is between our mind, soul, and ourself. These are the three friends. This is the Trinity, God, Son, and Holy Ghost. The spirit, the body, and the mind. If this friendship is not applied, that is why you will be surprised that in Sri Guru Granth, every serious question has been asked to its own mind. Even Sri Guru Gobind Singh say, Mana ebid yog kumao. Oh my mind, under these instructions, you practice yoga. Hini kya? Oh Sikh, ebid yog kumao. Hini kya? Oh prani, ebid yog kumao. No, not to a human, not to a Sikh, neither to a disciple, not to a human. No, to his mind. Mana ebid yog kumao. Because the action of mind is the reality of a potential virtue. And without potential virtue being circulated, being transformed, being projected, there's no possibility whatsoever that success can come to you. And being unsuccessful is not happy news. Our virtues are our love is our. I say you want to love somebody or not, it's not my problem. but at least love yourself. Understand yourself. Be yourself. Bring to your mood and life a concern. I say you are selfish. All right, you are selfish. I agree with you are selfish. Be selfish enough to clean up your karma. Be selfish enough to demonstrate your dharma. Be selfish enough to remove your parma. Remove your doubt. Clear cut your actions and share the perpetual happiness with everybody. To be selfish is not a bad idea. If you are worthy being selfish, then be really selfish. Then don't try to fool yourself. Don't dramatize. You know, there are most successful dramas on the earth, and Shakespeare wrote them, and Tulsidas wrote them, and actually if you want to, Ramayana is a drama, and Gita is part of the Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a drama. Every action done together, one way or this is a story. And everything in life is a drama. But for God's sake, you have understood, drama is only to guide you or to relate to you. It is never you. Drama is never you. How real it may be, how factual it may be. You go to a movie, you look in the movie, you sit in the movie, you cry in the movie, you laugh in the movie, you become part of the movie. But when you move out of that, you are different. First thing you say, where is the coffee? Where is the tea? Which restaurant I have to go? I have to make few phone calls. You totally are different. But in the movie, you are moving along with that concept, with that drama. Your life is nothing more than that. You have come here to move, to enjoy, to feel success. In your bone marrow. And you reject it. You don't want to deal with it. You are afraid of it. Majority of the person who are poor and unhappy are those who reject success. They have a perpetual animosity. And Guru says, Nirpau, Nirvair, you should have no fear and no vengeance. Akal Murat, you are a pictorial, undying God. Ajuni, you have never come to go. Saibang, by yourself you are here. Because it is certified later, Gur Kirpa te Bhagat Kamai, ta e Manas Dahi Pai. Is Dahi ko Simran Dev. With Guru's grace, we did the Bhakti, that's why we got this body. This body didn't come to us because we said, Gili Gili come, and God said, this soul number such and such out. That's not true. Once I was talking to Guruji, and we have 2 puppies, and I said, Guruji, these 2 puppies are not to be given anybody. They have to be given to somebody who's a Gursikh. She said, what is the story of these? I said, no, I have nothing to tell you. But these 2 dogs should go to some Gursikh house. So fortunately, somebody asked for those 2 dogs, and I said, well, 1 dog. I said, no, I cannot give you 1 dog, I want to give you 2. And these 2 dogs should be in your house. And today I got a telephone that those dogs have changed their house to a better place, and they are very Gursikh dogs in the sense they go and lick the shoes of the Sat Sangat. And I told, that was such a moment I couldn't stop. I said, do you know how they became dogs? And why they are with you now? He said, no, I want to know. They do very good with the dogs of the Sangat. They are very good to go there, and I said, they were Sikhs also. And somebody came with a silver shoe and they stole it. Though later on they gave it, but instead of becoming somebody brightfully beautiful, white and perfect, would have been here, they are with you in the body of the dog, but they are very good dogs. They have a soul much better and much brighter. And he said, yeah, that's true. I said, do you understand with one mistake where one has gone to where? And it is the same story. When Guru Gobind Singh was one day sitting and a man came with his bear, and he danced the bear and did the whole thing. And Guru was very happy and he offered the prasad to the bear, and bear took the prasad and died on the spot. The man who was with the bear just said, my God, you are the God of here and hereafter, and I came to make you happy. You know, what is this? My bear died. I have caught him, I have trained him, I have spent so much time, and if this is a horrible situation for me. And Guru said, don't worry, how much money you want? You want as money? He told him, Sevadar, go and give him as much money he wants. He said, Guru, now I tell you something. I don't want money. I want to know my way. Bear. By eating prasad, nobody dies. If you tell me why my bear has died, I won't take money. He said, no, money you should get. But I tell you, this man was the chauridar of my father, Guru Tegh Bahadur, and his father. And this man has become bear because he did something. And his mukti, his release has to take place. And we are bound by the rule of the law. And he said, Guru, what he did? He said, one day he was serving prasad, and there was a man with a wood for the langar, and he left his bullock carts and cart running, and he came so that he can get prasad and get to the bullock cart. So this man was serving prasad, and because he was a very senior man in the Guru's entourage, so he asked him, give me prasad. He said, first sit down. He sat down. He said, put your both hands together. You know, those kind of stuff. He started teaching him manners. And he said, please give me prasad. And he held his legs. He said, why you are handling me like a bear? Why you are hugging me like a bear? Why you are holding me like a bear? I will give you. And meanwhile, prasad fell. He picked up the prasad and he said, I am not a bear, you be a bear. And he ran. At that time, the word said in divinity, God couldn't even change. He said, that's why you brought him to me. And that's why he has to be released. But please, it's your professional situation, you take the money. We do not understand who these dogs are, who these cats are. And normally when I see a cockroach, I just love it, because that might be a teacher like me sometime who goofed with a student. And I have read in scripture, when a teacher dishonestly, knowingly, dishonest himself with a student, next life is cockroach. So though those cockroaches are not very pleasant situation, but I don't touch them, because God knows how many of us will be tomorrow in that physical form. It's not difficult to misunderstand. We feel difference between a man and a cockroach. But you must understand, Maker is the one. There is a General Motor which creates a lot of design and company cars are there. So God is also one big company which creates 8.4 million lifestyles. And in each lifestyle, what you call the series, there are different identities. And each identity, there is a different reality. In each reality, there is a different concept. In each concept, there is a little projection. In each projection, there is a little nucleus. In that nucleus, there is a strength. In that strength, courage is needed to accomplish, which is called success. Ladies and gentlemen and Sikh of the Guru, wherever your mind is, it is in the rock and roll or in Gurbani, that you are the owner of it. But life has a perpetual success in every hemisphere, in every facet. In every facet. You have to understand, success is a virtue. And you don't have to do anything for it, you have to ask for it. Why you are not successful? Because you are not kind. Kindness is animosity with neurosis. Neurotics can never be kind, and psychotics can never be compassionate. These are two polarities. And dramatist and traumatist cannot be trusted. So, in your life, if you think that you can virtually make your identity very exertive in your own way, and you do not follow the universal law, then universal law will not support you. And universal law is, thou is the successful, perfect Lord of Lords, and the life is successful and perfect. That's the universal law. It shall never change. अपने भक्तां की आप रखाए लाज, पूर्ण करे सरे काज. God perpetually comes and protects his disciples or his bhaktas or his devotees, and he perfectly does everything for them. Because Karta Purkh, God does everything. Nobody does everything. We feel it is a game, it is a maya of our ego that we do a lot of things. No. We are ourselves are driven by that force. And so everybody. The relationship which you don't understand is psychomagnetic psyche and electromagnetic psyche are two twined things. They make 180 degree of that circle of which the point is electromagnetic psyche. Nucleus, the hub. Ad Purkh, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi bhi Sach. If you understand all this, in two words there's a duality. Two things are said, Ad and Sach. Jugad, Sach. Hai bhi and Sach. Then there are three things. Nanak, Hosi, bhi Sach. Try to understand. If you have any doubt that one day you are going to find there is a lie, you do not understand Nanak. There is no lie. Shadow is the reflection of light. Therefore, there is no shadow. It is a temporary absence of light. There's no pain. There's absolutely no pain. It's a temporary mismanagement of the life. There's no depression. It's a temporary missing of the impression of the identity of life. There's no lie, because you are lying in the darkness. When you reach the light of the truth, you will find happiness is a virtuous God. There's no distance between you and God. You created it. Because the magnitude, the beauty, the bountiful, blissful, beautiful God, you cannot tolerate in your environments. I went to the house of a Sikh. I was shocked, and I'm still shocked. He was telling me how many 17, 16 bedroom house he has built like a palace, and everything was like a palace. But when I saw Sri Guru Granth Sahib's room, it shocked me to death. It was the most little dungeon you can find. in which I even couldn't go, enter to bow. And I surprised him. And I said, you must be at one time Emperor Shah Jahan. And he said, how come you say that? I say, my guess is, it is not true, but my guess is to just let you know, you must be Emperor Shah Jahan. He built for his beloved the Taj Mahal. And he couldn't build for himself another Taj Mahal, so he got buried with her. That I understand. But when his wife died, he totally became confined and lost all his expansion. And for that karma, his son encircled him in a very confined room. And somebody asked Aurangzeb once, what is your problem? He said, this man is my father, but he's an egomaniac. He said, how you know that your father is egomaniac? He said, now he's old and blind, he still wants to teach students so that he have a sense of authority. He doesn't understand, he doesn't let it go. We all have a sense of authority, but we have sense of authority with insecurity. If we transfer our sense of authority from insecurity to security, we'll be perpetually happy, perpetually successful, perpetually blissful. Every force in the universe will come to uplift our grace, because we are the reflection of one grace. And that is what the meaning of Ek Onkar is. That is the second word says Satnam. Truth is my identity. Satnam means that my identity is truthful. And if you cannot identify with your own identity, how can you identify with other people? That is a virtual question. You have to ask yourself. You can't ask me. I cannot ask you. In your life, whatever it is, as many years you have lived, has you identified with your own self? It's very surprising that I have lost 20 years of a great experience, that people blow up things out of the window in 1 second. They are so vengeful, ruthlessly ruthless with their own identity. They do not care and qualify what they put in, what they manufacture, what they built around them, what a beautiful and bountiful and blissful their life is. They just for one little thing. Bije bik, mange amrit, bik koe nyao. Guru says, we sow poison, we expect nectar. Look at the justice. We de-identify our identity and we want everything to be happy. How that is practical? That is why the third Guru, Guru Amar Das, gave you a Amar Bani, Ananda Sahib, the bliss. Telling you on every step of the way how your body is meant to be, how your ears and eyes have to meant to be. Rasnatu anrasarachrai. Oh my tongue, you are just spreading untasteful things. Netro mereo har bina na dekho koi. Oh my eyes, don't see anything beyond God. As sarno mereo sach sunne ko pathaye. Oh my ears, you have been put there to listen to the truth. In this body, there is a God. Identify that God. And identify that God with your own identity. Ego was given to you so that you can identify the God in your identity. That's what Satnam means. And that is where Sikh starts, where Sikh moves. That's the first step. You don't have to ask somebody, give me money. You don't have to ask somebody, teach me success. You don't have to do anything. Just do one thing. Ask yourself, I am. I am the perpetual truth. I am the perpetual self. I am the perpetual success. Don't try to debate things. Don't try to logic and rationalize things. This is a truth. It will never change because it has never changed. Because it is never going to change. If you act in a perpetual disarrangements and you expect there should be arrangements for you here and hereafter, I think you are totally misunderstanding things. I think you should act very alert, very conscious, and very gracious. First step of life is to identify with your own identity. And second honesty is, you talk of honesty, truth. Second honesty is, you identify your identity with other person's identity. And make everything perpetual, constant, consistent, and caring. These are the three secrets of success. Constant, consistent, and caring. This can only come to the virtue of those who have love of God in their heart and who have courage in their head. This world is temporary. You have come here to go. Go with grace. Live with success. Because you have come by His will. I think something has struck, and it tells me that I should wish you well, and asking you that now is the time, and time is now, that we should spread the word of Guru to our own identity, to our own self, and give ourselves a chance, and share with others, and perpetually grow from it. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
कलम न लेखन हारे मन ने खा बेकरन विचार सा नाम मनोरंजन हो जे को मन जाने मन को ऐसा नाम मनोरंजन हो जे को मन जाने मन को manne suratove manabu manne sagala bhavan ki soot manne mohe jota na gaye manne jam ke saath na jaye sa naam manoranjan hoy je ko man janne मन को ऐसा नाम मनोरंजन होय जे को मन जाने मन को speaker